Yeah, not a good one here as Dakota's already laughing in the comments, and I get it, man. Laugh away because honestly, we're the laughing stock of the NFL right now is what we are. Like it's absolutely sad and absolutely pathetic what the Giants have become, man. This is a franchise that was one of the stellar franchises in the league for the last 30 years or so. In the last 10, you know, crap. What we've been, absolutely nothing. Like we go from a team that does gets a touchdown. I'm sorry, I've been a Super Bowl every single decade, basically, to what feels like a touchdown every decade now. It's absolutely sad and pathetic what this team has become, and we've changed things left and right. We've made adjustments everywhere you possibly can. Changed the coaching staff multiple times. We've changed the GM a couple times now. You know what the one consistent's been, guys? At least 6 of the last 10 years is the quarterback. I'm absolutely sick of this at this point. Guys, we had 0 passing yards the first half. 0. You tell me how it makes any sense whatsoever in the modern NFL to have 0 passing yards in an entire half of football. There is no way to make that make sense, guys. Absolutely none. And you look at the very minimal pass attempts we even had. We got a third down. I think it was 5 or 6 in that very first drive. Jones throws a 1-yard pass. And I know it's a short pass. You get yak yards. No, he threw it to Theo Johnson, who literally had multiple defenders around him there. And, you can't do that. That's not going to work in this league, guys. That's not going to work to go ahead and get done what you need to get done. When you have a 1-yard pass and to a guy with 3 or 4 guys around him. Would yak yards be great? Yeah, of course they would be. You can't expect that, though, in that scenario. It was to make 3, 4 guys miss. No one does that. That's not possible. My current co-host here, Martini the cat, keeps trying to get in the picture. You look at the fumble he had. Why just take this? There's times you take the sack. And anytime, basically, that you're fumbling the ball, one of 2 scenarios happens as the quarterback when you fumble the ball on a throw like that. Either you didn't see the defender coming at you, which is an issue right there, or you decided because you saw him coming, you decided you were going to try to make something happen. And that's not going to go well usually. When you try to make something happen, unless you're a top tier talent at that position, it's usually not going to work in your favor. And that's what happened in this scenario. Either he didn't see it coming, or he tried to make something that happened that shouldn't have made. Just take your sack. Move on. Live the fight of the day. Guys, at that drive, we were doing good in that drive. We were actually moving the ball. This is the second drive of the game. And we were moving the ball. And instead, what happens is a game that was at the time scoreless. He fumbles the ball. The ball goes like 20 more yards down the field. And instead of being a scenario where we're driving on a second attempt in the game, their second offensive drive in the game, it turns into the Commanders getting the ball back with very, very good field position. And, I said it during the game, I'm not going to blame the defense as much in that touchdown because they got set up in a really bad position. Though it would have been nice to see them stop them for a field goal. But Daniel Jones has got to do better, guys. And he's not going to. It's been 6 years. I just don't see the point in playing this guy. And I can't sit by and be quiet about it. And I hate to bring up the same topic for you guys over and over again. Like, we do make an effort on the show here not to do that for you guys because I know it's boring to hear the same thing over and over again. But could someone give me one goddamn good reason this guy's still in this game? One reason why it makes sense to play him at the quarterback position. one reason that you think he's a good fit to this team in any way, shape, or form and gives us the best chance to win? Because I can't think of one. On this game alone, there was the one that, became a roughing the passer call, which helped us get a first down. But there was one play specific that scared the crud out of me, guys. I mean, literally, the defender goes at Daniel Jones, hits him right in the head, and pushes his whole head back. With all the neck issues that he's had, that's the last thing I want to see, guys. And like I said, if he gets hurt on a play like that and is out for the season, you're enacting that injury clause in his contract. That's the kind of play that's going to make it happen. And here we are still taking chances at allowing that to happen. Makes no sense, guys. Makes absolutely no sense. Like, why are we continuously allowing this guy to play? It's not like he's playing well even. On the game, guys, his numbers aren't going to look nearly as bad because a lot of it was late in the game when the game was already pretty much done. 20 of 26, 174 yards, 2 touchdowns. By the way, it's 8 touchdowns on the year, 4 of them against the Commanders. Should give that little stat there because that's a little odd. But all 174 yards, guys, came in the second half. We were already down by 2 touchdowns. So that was the Giants being forced to throw the ball. That's what it was, point blank. Because before that, they had no desire whatsoever in doing that. You could tell they had no desire whatsoever to go ahead and give the passing offense any chance to do anything whatsoever. And that, to me, is an indictment on this team as a whole. That's what it boils down to. And it's time to make this right. It's time to sit DJ. It's time to play. I don't care anybody at this point. Hell, Deb says having flashbacks to the Dave Brown years. They were not pretty either. Yeah, I remember those very well. And Danny Cannell came in. And Danny Cannell got us a NFC East championship in 97, I want to say it was. And we knew he wasn't the answer at the time. We all knew that. But he was the answer for then. It's time to get an answer for now. And the answer for now is sitting on our roster, in my opinion. And that's Tommy DeVito. It's time. It's past time. It was time 2 weeks ago, guys. I'm so done with this. It's not even funny. Joe says you're 100% right, Drew. DJ is still playing due to a very bad decision at the top. Yeah, makes no sense. And I don't know who's making that call, guys. I'd love to find that out. I would love to find out because if it's John Mara, he should be ashamed of himself. If it's Joe Shane and Brian Dable, this is roster malpractice. Point blank. At its worst. Because you're risking $20-some-odd million of next year's salary cap on a player that you do not intend on keeping there next year. At least you better not be. If there's any part of the Giants thinking about bringing back Daniel Jones next year, then whoever you are, you're part of the problem. 100% part of the problem. He needs to go. He needed to go. It is time. Past time. Make the change already.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.